Hey guys, here's episode 12 of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So today I was very focused on the 69 EV Beetle, did a number of things on it. First off, I went ahead and mounted up the brake master cylinder. You can see this massive master cylinder that we've got here. So this car, if I haven't mentioned it before, or you haven't heard, this car is getting four-wheel Willwood disc brakes with big 4-piston brakes up front. Very nice kit for the front and back. This came from our buddy Jason at Air Cooled Vintage Works, so shout out to him. So I went ahead and formed the two front lines here, and then just kind of loosely mounted the stainless steel braided lines that come with the kit, just to kind of mock things up here. But yeah, pretty happy with how these are coming out. A little bit different routing than stock. Stock, of course, this line here is coming out more in this direction, and it's back here a little ways. So yeah, a little bit. So I decided to go ahead and run it straight across, and then kind of mirror this bend on this side, and then jog over to here, whereas normally a stock one would come across almost straight like this and be in line. So yeah, I had to get a little creative, but pretty happy with how it came out. And then this one, of course, just makes a little jog here. This one would probably normally be coming back here somewhere, but it's all good. So let's see, what else did I do? The back brake line, I didn't quite get there yet, but I do need to form the hard brake line that's going to connect this side to this side. And then the last hard brake line will be the long one that's going to run from here all the way through the pan, along the tunnel, and then kind of jog around the pedal assembly and ultimately go to right here for the rear line. So yeah, got that mounted up and started forming lines. Another thing that I did was I went ahead and put in the shifter bushing, got it all greased up. I also cleaned the shift rod, which was filthy. So cleaned it all up and got it looking good, ready to grease up and put a shifter in there. And then what I decided to do on the back side was, just to make it look nice, I basically polished it up real nice, and then I applied a clear coat to it. So I was just really happy with how it looked after I cleaned it. So I said, instead of painting this black, how about if I just kind of polish it up and clear coat it, just to retain some contrast against the tunnel here. You know, this is all going to be covered anyway, but I just like those kind of details that are kind of hidden, but you know, we know they're there, and even things that you don't want or that you can't see, we want them to still look nice. So other than that, I did a tiny bit of assembly on the front beam, got the leaves in it, checked out the two adjusters. They were actually a little tight, so I spent some time kind of working them back and forth and greasing them so that they move freely. They were kind of stuck a little bit, actually, probably a little rust or something in there. So I got those moving freely, just, you know, to make sure that when we get the car together, we want to do an adjustment that those will be able to be moved relatively easily. The other thing I did today, which I don't have any show and tell for, was I spent probably a couple hours on the hardware for this car. So the hardware for basically bolting together the rear suspension, the spring plate covers, those massive bolts that hold the trailing arms on, a bunch of other hardware for the back, and then the hardware for the front holding the pan on, some of the steering hardware, etc. Spent a lot of time cleaning those things up today. It's all pretty much original Chemex hardware. And then took that over to our zinc plater, so we'll get those back in a couple days, and all the hardware is going to look really nice, basically new. Hardware was all in really nice shape, so once I clean it up, you could see the Chemex logo really nice on the heads of all of them, and they'll be nice, shiny, kind of silver color. So yeah, it's going to look really good. I could have started bolting more of the car together today, but I really wanted the hardware to be nice, so I decided to get it all zinc plated and wait a couple days. It's not like I don't have anything else to do on this car in the meantime, but I decided to do things in a little bit different order to go ahead and get that hardware zinc plated. So that was about it for today, other than the usual running to shop things, like running errands and making phone calls and emails and all that boring stuff that you don't care about. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow should be making some more progress on this one. I'll probably go ahead and form this rear brake hard line. And then I've got another shop who's pressing the bushings for me for the trailing arms. And then, yeah, this thing's gonna start coming together pretty quick here. I'll try and finish the front beam in the next day or so. When I get my hardware back, I'll go ahead and mount it up and, you know, start putting on torsion arms and brakes. And this thing's gonna start moving along pretty fast here in the next few days as parts come in. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you actually like it. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And thank you. See you next time.